Okay, we are live on Facebook now. And we are going to get things going here in a few minutes. But until then, if you would like to put in the comments section the answer to our icebreaker question that I put on here for you, who is the most famous person you have met? And I know that there is, I don't know, like a 20-second delay or so between the time the comments come through and the time I actually see the comments. But please do that, and I'd like to see what kind of famous people you all have met. I think for me, I met George W. Bush once, but I am related to Jennifer Lawrence. So I've not only met her once, but I've met her about 500 times. So Tonya, who is someone famous you have met?
Who is someone? I knew you were going to ask. I was like, gosh, who has? Yeah. Tonya? Tonya? Does that count?
Yourself? Yeah.
Yeah, myself. That's who it was. Yeah.
All right. And for people who are joining us, this is, I guess last week was our first official leadership encounter that was more of a very casual Facebook Live that I did. Today is a little bit more, I don't want to say formal, but more of what I'd like to see this happen. And I think last week I even said, we're going to do this every Monday. Today's not Monday. Today is Tuesday. And part of that is just trying to figure out some of the logistics of this. And Tonya was great enough to be flexible and reschedule along with me. So here we are. I'm going to give it another minute or two, and then I'm going to let Tonya take over. But until then, the leadership encounter, this is a brand new thing that I'm doing. Leadership development is something I am extremely passionate about. That's my thing. So that's what I'm doing here. And my goal is to help you. If you are someone who just wants to make the world a better place, and I hope you are, my goal with doing this is to build your leadership talent and potential to try to make that actually happen and come true. So here we are. We're starting it. And this is one method that we're going to do. We might get into, offer some personal coaching as well. So I tell you what, Tonya, I will go ahead and just hand it over to you and let you go ahead and begin. I should introduce you first. So Tonya Harris, believe you live in New Orleans, right?
I'm actually right outside of New Orleans.
Right outside New Orleans, yeah. So Tonya, she does everything. She's a John Maxwell certified coach. She's done a lot of professional development training. She started an organization called EmpowHERed. I'll let her say more about that. But I know she does amazing things. I know she does a podcast now. So Tonya, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you to talk about overcoming imposter syndrome. It's all yours.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris, so much for having me today. And I am Tonya Harris, as Chris mentioned, and I'm excited to be here with everyone today and those that may be viewing after the live broadcast as well. But I wanted to come to you today and tell you a little bit about myself and share a very relevant topic that's now been given a name. It's been around for some time now, but I think people are now just starting to own some of what we consider as imposter syndrome. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I am the founder, owner of EmpowHERed, and EmpowHERed is a organization that has a laser focus on women in leadership. So we're excited to work with women. We want to make sure that women have the tools and the necessary skills and resources to be exemplary in the field that they're working in, whether it's community service or if it is just in their workplace as well. So excited about that. I have a podcast. So wherever you listen to your podcast, you can go out there and listen to EmpowHERed, Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, where Amazon Music, all of the platforms out there. You can go ahead, and it's just mini podcasts. It's only like 2 to 3 minutes per podcast, just enough to keep you going and kind of keep that light bulb on as well. And then lastly, I'd like to share that I did launch my women empowerment apparel line as well. So you guys can go out and get your empowered t-shirts or shirts out there, and that's available to you as well on my empowhered.org website. So thank you so much for having me today, Chris, and I'll get right in it. I know we have to use our time wisely, but today I want to talk to you about overcoming imposter syndrome. So, this is a syndrome that's been around for some time, and it's a natural tendency that people may have without any, preconceived notions or anything like that. People think that there is some self-doubt out there. Oh, this job could not be for me. Oh, I cannot probably do that job. And then when these feelings become constant and they're consistent, and then what we've seen is that our psychologists have put a term to it, and it's called imposter syndrome. Because you think that you don't have the necessary skills and qualifications to get the job done, when actually you do. So there's some tools and tips that I want to share with you out there to make sure that you're good with this information and that you can move forward successfully as well. So I do want to say that if you have those symptoms of, self-doubt or not feeling adequate, here is a time to make a difference, to take that change as well. As I mentioned, imposter syndrome, it's been around for some time now. It's been around for at least 1970s, I think, but it's more prevalent now and people have actually put a name to it. And 70% or more people have actually said, gosh, that's me. That's been me for some time. That is me. And there are some things that we can do. There are some resources. There are some things that people can talk about to help them overcome imposter syndrome as well. So let's first do a more definitive definition of what we may consider as imposter syndrome. It is a psychological pattern of self-doubt. It's doubting yourself, and it comes from that inner space. It's a psychological self-doubt where individuals will disregard their worth, their accomplishments. It could be something that you've already accomplished and you say, oh, that wasn't that great. No, that was really, really, really great. You want to tell yourself those things. You want to start talking about self-affirmations and those positive affirmations, because if not, imposter syndrome will tell you that really wasn't that good. Yeah, but you could have been better. So we want to make sure that you are clearly, you are clear with what imposter syndrome is. It's self-doubt. It's not worthy of an accomplishment, that the accomplishments that you've already achieved are not worthy for the praise or recognition that that you've gotten as well. And so it's recognized as a condition, but it's not really a psychological condition. It's a mindset condition. So I don't want you to think that, oh my God, I've got a psychological condition here. It's actually a mindset condition. So it's not a psychological condition. It's a mindset. And then it can lead to clinical depression. So that's why it becomes really, really important. And again, it's been around since 1978. We think about imposter syndrome, and it can be very harmful to our self-confidence. And with that, we want to make sure that we are helping people so that they can get in a place of success, and so that we can readily define what imposter syndrome is and how is it that we can overcome it as well. So let's take a deeper dive here. So when we think about imposter syndrome, we think about feelings of inadequacy, and we think about opportunities that you may miss out on because you're having these large thoughts of inadequacy and large thoughts of self-doubt. So you want to make sure that you're doing positive affirmations and that you are looking at it and you know that it can come and be driven from your personality, past experiences, childhood memories. So lots of things may drive imposter syndrome. So you want to make sure that you have a clear understanding of what imposter syndrome is and what's driving that as well. And so what our therapists have done is they've defined it into 5 subcategories. 5, not 4, 5 subcategories here. So we have the perfectionist. And you guys listen up, because I want to know, are you a perfectionist? Because this can definitely lead to imposter syndrome. Perfectionist, everything has to be perfect. And when it's not perfect, I failed. I didn't do a good job. Oh, I did good, but. That's a perfectionist. And this can definitely lead to imposter syndrome. So you want to make sure that you're cognizant. You've done a good job. You've done the very best you can. You're good within your heart with it, and let it go. Being a perfectionist can lead to imposter syndrome. So that's the first subcategory. Our second subcategory is I'm the superwoman. I'm the superman. I have to do it all, and I got to do it by myself. That can lead to imposter syndrome as well. So recognizing that if you are the only person that can get the job done, it has to be done your way, and everything relies on your shoulders, that can lead to imposter syndrome. So we've got the perfectionist, we've got the superwoman, superman. The next is the natural genius. Who's that? Who am I talking to out there? So the natural genius has to come up with all of the ideas. I have to get this going. I have to do it, and I have to do it. It's all on my shoulder, and it has to be perfect. And I'm a genius, and I have to come up with all of the ideas. And you put a lot of stress on yourself because you're trying to do everything yourself. Any natural geniuses out there? That's the third one. So we've got the perfectionist, we've got the superman, superwoman, and we've got the natural genius. So the fourth type of imposter syndrome is the soloist. I don't want any help from anybody. I got to do it by myself. I work in silos. That is how I'm going to do my best work. You don't want any teamwork. I'm thinking, no, let people help you. That's collectively. So I don't know if we have any soloists out there, but that is the fourth type of imposter syndrome. And then, of course, the fifth is the expert. I know it all. Nobody can tell me anything. I know it all. There's no room for me to grow. I've learned everything that I need to learn. That is the expert. So let me repeat the 5 subcategories. And I want you to think deep inside within your heart. Gosh, could Tonya really be talking about me? Am I a perfectionist? Am I a superwoman or superman? Am I a natural genius? Am I a soloist? Or am I the expert? If you fall within any of those 5 categories, you're at risk for having imposter syndrome. So I want to make sure that you have a clear understanding and how it sneaks up into our mindset, because perfectionism and imposter syndrome, they go hand in hand. So if you're always thinking, it has to be perfect, you're putting yourself at risk. You set these extraordinary high expectations and demands on yourself, and then it kind of weighs heavy on you. And then all of a sudden, you're self-doubting yourself. You're doubting yourself, and you're thinking that wasn't good enough. And in all actuality, you gave it your very best. And whenever you give it your very best, you've done a great job. If you're prepared yourself, of course. And then for those that are experiencing imposter syndrome, I do want to share that success is rarely satisfying for them. So if you have imposter syndrome, you don't feel successful. And that can put a weight on you as well, because they believe they could have done the job better. And they're constantly thinking, I could have done it better. I could have done it better. And then when that happens, that puts you at a very, very bad place. So you want to make sure that you have the opportunity to think about what you've done, Have I prepared accordingly? I've given it my best. And the next step is move on. So here's what I've seen. These personalities, the 5 that we just talked about, the natural genius, the perfectionist, the soloist, those 5, these personalities, they will convince themselves they don't measure up. Why? Because it's a mindset. It is changing your mindset. They put themselves to work harder. They put extra pressure on themselves, and they get stressed out about things because things don't work out as planned. Now, we are all human, so things may not always work out as planned. Sometimes things work out just as we planned. Sometimes we have to hit the reset button, but that's okay. It's okay. I want people to think about what you're doing, where your passions lie, and how important it is for you to move forward with those goals. If you've done the very best that you can, let it go. Accept your accomplishments as well. And so when we think about imposter workaholics, because that's literally what it's going to lead to, you're doubting yourself, so you're working harder and harder and harder. Think about your quality of life. Think about how much you're giving to your family, your friends, your loved ones. If you have imposter syndrome, it's a cycle, and you're working harder and harder and harder. Oftentimes, this is what we're seeing. And you often tell people, I got this, I don't need any help. But deep down inside, you need help. So if you're feeling these emotions, if you have this mindset, I challenge you to try it for a moment and say, you know what? I got this. I got this. I can do this. I'm going to do my very best. I'll accept some opportunities that I could have done things differently and move on and give it your best try the next time. Don't let your mindset take over that you're not good enough, because the work that you're doing is good. If you're comfortable with it and you know that you've done your very best, move on to the next step. And then I'll share some factors that may play into this when you think about environmental and institutional discrimination. I was on a call a few weeks ago and we were talking about imposter syndrome. And the author actually challenged me and said, Tonya, do you think it's imposter syndrome, or do you think it's the invisibility, that people are not being seen? And it leads to a mindset of, I'm not good enough, and that's why people are not seeing me. That's why people are not recognizing me. So if that is the case, I want to challenge you. If you feel like you're not being seen, if you feel like the work that you're doing is not meaningful or doesn't have purpose, or people are not overlooking it, I challenge you to speak up for yourself and ask for feedback. How's the work I'm doing? What are your thoughts on it? Can I do anything differently? What's your thoughts on it? People may be just fine with the work that you're doing, and other things could be driving it. But think about invisibility. Do I feel like I'm invisible and people are not seeing me? And then that's why they don't recognize my work. So I want you to keep that in the back of your mind as well. And then I want to share with you, how is it, Tonya? How is it that I can overcome imposter syndrome? I got some great pointers for you. I wish I had some people typing in the chat, but you guys go ahead and type in the chat if you're looking at this after the live. And I'd love to, Chris and I would love to kind of respond back to some of your thoughts and your feedback as well. But celebrate the small wins. That's what I have on my notes here. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Make sure that you're celebrating small accomplishments as well as your large accomplishments. These are going to be meaningful, and these baby steps will help you to celebrate your big wins as well. So celebrate your wins, whether it's small wins or large wins. Next, I want you to rewire your brain. We talked about this earlier. Imposter syndrome, it's changing your mindset. You are good enough. You can do this. So rewiring your brain, unfreezing some of those past thoughts of how you've perceived yourself. And if you feel like someone else is perceiving you that way, I challenge you to have a conversation with them as well. How is it that you're seeing me? How does my work look to you? Where are some improvements? Share with me what you like about my work. Have those very challenging conversations and learn more about what's really going on and not the stories that you make up in your head. Here's what we found out. Sometimes when you don't quite understand what's going on, or sometimes if you don't quite understand how things are going or how we got to the end result that we got to, it's because we have a lack of information. I challenge you to go back out there and have those conversations and say, you know what? Here's what I've learned. Can you share a little bit more information with me? And that way it gives you a clearer picture of really how things are looking on the outside. Next is cheering yourself. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. I celebrate, Tonya, the wins, the losses. I celebrate. You know what? If I win, it's great. If I'm not winning, how can I win? So celebrate your wins, be your best cheerleader. Nobody is going to be the mouthpiece for you than yourself. You're going to be the best mouthpiece for yourself. You advocate for yourself and be confident in doing so. Daily positive affirmations. I couldn't wait to get to this one because with your daily positive affirmations, I have an app. It's the I Am app, and I get these all day. As confident as I am, as comfortable as I am with the work that I do, I still find where I get these, I get the ding, and I'm like picking up my phone, like, what is it saying today? I want to know what is happening. What do I need to feed into my soul and my spirit? And so I get those daily affirmations. And so the name of that app, if you want to download it, is I Am. And they'll send you, I think you can set it. I have mine sent twice a day, and they'll send me a few affirmations daily. And I love it. I love it. I love it. And today's affirmation, I posted it on my social media page, was, I have everything I need. And that tells me when in doubt, I got everything I need. I'm equipped with everything I need. And if I don't have it readily at my fingertips, I know how to get resources. I'm resourceful enough to put my hands on some resources to get things done. So I challenge you to go out there and get the I Am app. It is positive affirmations. They are right on time and they come right when you need them. And even though it's not like rocket science is what they're sending you, but it is really, really, it hits home. It's positive affirmations that you can feed your soul and your spirit with right when you need it. They're very timely. At least I find them to be so as well. And if you download that app, the I Am app, send us a note. Let us know. Hey, Tonya, we're liking that I Am app. It's going to be, I promise you, you are going to like it. Let's see. My next step is stop rejecting praise and compliments from others. I love compliments. Bring them on, bring them on, bring them on, bring them on. Accept those compliments. Those are going to be a win-win situation. Accept those compliments because it helps to boost your morale, boost that internal self that's within you that could be causing self-doubt. So if people say, hey, Tonya, you did a great job, it's like, yay, what did you like about it? Because you want to make sure that it's authentic and it's coming from a great place. But if people say, hey, Tonya, I really like that presentation, great, what did you like about it? And you hear those things and it makes you feel more and more confident as well. So accept those positive affirmations, accept those compliments and the praise reports. Those are going to be good. It feeds your soul with great, great, great recognition as well. And if you're curious and say, hey, what did you like about it? So that you could reciprocate that again as well. So if they're touching, they're hitting home, you're doing a good job, get more information and say, hey, what did you like about it? But I think, we should do a better job of accepting the praise reports and also accepting the compliments as well. That's going to be a win-win for us as well. And again, it feeds our soul, feeds our spirits of all type of positive affirmations. You're really doing good out there, Tonya. What else I have here? Don't be afraid to try something new and different. I challenge you out there. I challenge you. I do something different all the time. I didn't know anything about podcasting. I went out there, started some podcasting. I absolutely love it. Didn't know anything about doing an apparel line. I went out there and I started doing it. And guess what? I feel really good about myself because I challenge myself to do something new and something different. Get out of that comfort zone. You over there, get out of that comfort zone. Do something different. Do something new, and that's going to boost your confidence. And even if you don't get it right the first time, try and you're going to get it together. I promise you. I messed up several shirts. You know, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing here? Do I need a tutorial? Like, how do I get this straight? But now I got it. I got it. I got it. So I want to tell you guys, you know, try something new, try something different, and you're going to just boost your confidence, boost your morale, and it's going to take you to higher heights as well. So I challenge you to try something different and something new. Explore. That kind of goes with the same thing that I just said, but explore, look for opportunities to do things differently. Don't get stuck in complacency. Don't get stuck in that comfort zone. Explore, what is it can I do? What is it that I can do differently? How can I learn something differently? You know, the human being they're attracted to success. The human being is attracted to doing well and getting things accomplished. So I challenge you to explore other areas that you can be successful in as well. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. Let's see. Realize that you are worthy. You're worthy. You are great. You are awesome. You were created with a purpose. All of this great stuff. So when you're walking in your purpose and you're fulfilling your goals and your visions, just know that you were created for that as well. And you're worthy. You're worthy of the recognition. You're worthy of the praise. You're worthy of the success that comes along with it. Just know that you are worthy. You were created for this. What else do I have here? Make a list of the things that you've accomplished. I think that is awesome. I think that is awesome. Make a list of the things that you have accomplished. You have to see success. People like to see, you know, where have I come from and how close am I to my goal? Make a list of the things that you have accomplished. It'll keep you motivated and it will keep the momentum going as well. What else do I have here? Don't let the hiccups in life stop you. Sometimes you're going to get some blunders. Sometimes you're going to get some challenges. Sometimes you may even run into a brick wall. Walk around it. Walk around it. There are going to be some things that will stop you in your tracks. Don't be afraid. Don't be moved by it. Just walk around it. Just keep moving forward. Never stop pressing. Don't change your mindset. Don't get in the mindset of, I can't do this. This didn't work out. Strategize, rethink routine, and keep moving. Keep moving. Don't lose any momentum. Even if you need to stop, sometimes it's okay to stop, pause, reset, and keep it going. That's quite all right as well. Ask loved ones, ask people, friends, loved ones that you trust. Hey, what do you really think? You know, what are some things that I do good? What are some things that I can maybe do a little bit better? Just ask, you know, how is it that I can do something different? Or ask, what is it that I'm doing really well that I should continue doing as well? Because if you're doing it really well, we want you to keep doing it as well. Keep going, keep going. And be nice to yourself. Self-love, self-care, it is the ultimate. It is paramount that we love ourselves and that we nurture ourselves. We nurture our spirit and our souls, that we want to do well. We understand that we have the power to do well. So never stop loving yourself. Imposter syndrome can cause you to have moments where you doubt yourself, could cause you to have moments where you stop loving yourself because you feel like you're not worthy. Always, always have self-love for yourself. Self-love for yourself. Always have self-care for yourself. You know, take care of your mind, your body, and your spirit. It is paramount with how you align your success and how you achieve your goals as well. And lastly, if you need to seek a counselor or a therapist or a mentor support group, that is quite all right. You don't know what you don't know until you connect with other people that can help you, that can strengthen you, that can share insights with you. So you want to make sure that you get resources as well. And if you need some resources, you can reach out to me on social media or go to my page and send me a message on EmpowHERed.org. I'll be more than happy to connect with you and share resources that I know that could probably help you to move to the next step and to help you change your mindset. You know, we've all kind of gone through stages where, you know, we've had some difficult times, but I think that it's important that we continue to move forward, even if we've hit a difficult spot, even if you've hit a dark spot. And imposter syndrome tends to come in when you have those voids, when you have those dark moments, imposter syndrome will sit in. But then there's a great opportunity for you to say, stop, no more imposter syndrome. I am worthy. I love myself. I have everything that I need. I can get this done. I will get this done. I have gotten this done. I will do this next time to make sure that I've closed any gaps, but all is well with my heart and my mind. Let's see what else. Do I have anything? I do want to leave you with my most favorite quote. The greatest responsibility to yourself is to know that you are enough. You're enough, you're enough, you're enough. Thank you for your time today. If you have any questions, any concerns, you can certainly reach out to me. If you'd like to talk more about this lesson, certainly reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to connect with you. Thank you, Chris, for the opportunity.
Thank you, Tonya. Gosh, you're really a motivational speaker. I'm gonna go and change my life now because I've struggled myself with imposter syndrome quite a bit. But I love what you said, that sometimes you will run into a brick wall, walk around it, because we all hit those brick walls.
Yeah, just walk around it. Absolutely.
I like how it's like, because brick walls are so, I don't know, they're kind of a drag, but I like how you just said, just walk around it. Okay, we're gonna hit a brick wall. All right.
Yeah.
So what? Let's
walk around it. Because you know, I use that analogy because if you think about how difficult it is to break down a brick wall, that's tiresome. That's hard. Yeah. And the path of least resistance is just to walk around it.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of times, especially if you have a dream or something you want to do, you have naysayers who are trying to, you could try to argue with those naysayers and try to present your case to them.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's better just walk around them. Don't even
walk around them. Yes, just walk around. I'm not going to argue with you. You have your opinion. I respect it. I don't have to agree with it, but then I will walk around it.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. And I think we all, we have those moments, especially if you don't accomplish your goals by the deadline that you've set. But we know that seed time and harvest, we know things happen for a reason, and it's with preparation, it's timing, it has a lot to do, how things align. And so you just want to make sure, if that's what can I do differently, how have I prepared myself, where are the gaps, and I'm going to strategize, and then I'm going to move forward.
Yes. Well, before we end, I want to let you give a plug for yourself and for EmpowHERed. So, where can people get information about it? For one thing, what can people expect to benefit from it, and then how do they reach out to get anything from it?
Absolutely, Chris. So as Chris mentioned, I am a certified John Maxwell coach, speaker, trainer. So if there's any one-on-one coaching or team coaching that you'd like to take advantage of, you can go to my page and check out EmpowHERed.org. That's available to you. If you say, hey, Tonya, I just want to hear some leadership tips and tricks, just go to my podcast. You can listen to my podcast. They're 2 to 3 minutes long, just enough to kind of keep the engine running there. And those are loaded every Monday. Or if you say, hey, Tonya, I just want to sport some of your wear, you can go to EmpowHERed.com and get your shirts as well, your apparel as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much for presenting. Next week, we have another presenter, a good friend of mine. Tonya has really kind of helped me start this leadership encounter, but someone else who's helping me is Shemaine Kotfis. So she is presenting next week. So I'm really looking forward to having Shemaine. You're really in for a treat with her. And gosh, this was really a treat to have you present, Tonya. You're I don't know, you really have a gift for being motivating and just making. I don't know. Like just listening to you, it just made me smile the whole time. And just, I don't know. This is great. So I really appreciate you taking the time to do this for me and being flexible on the day that we picked to do this. So thank you very much.
Not a problem, Chris. If you need anything else from me, I'm here for you. I'm your biggest cheerleader, and I'll support you.
I appreciate it, Tonya. And thanks to those of you who joined this Facebook Live and who will listen to it later. Feel free to share it around and join or follow our page. On Facebook, it's The Leadership Encounter. So make sure you follow that page, and we'll keep some of these things going for you to try to increase your leadership talent and potential. So thank you, Tonya. Thank you to everyone who joined. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye.